Hey everybody, it's your boy Pluto Killer here. Today, we're going to talk about more anime. Alright, so the anime we're going to cover today is Shokugeki no Soma, otherwise known as Food Wars. Food Wars, basically, it is a shonen comedy. It does have some ecchi characteristics to it, especially with the tasting of food and whatnot. Them describing how good it tastes and whatnot. All right. Um, so yeah. All right. So on to the characters. So our main character here is Yukihiro Soma. All right. Yukihiro Soma is the son of let me start that over. So Yukihiro Soma, he is the main character of the show. Basically, he wants to be better than his father and take over their diner once when he graduates high school. Him and his father always have competitions to see who's the better cook. Soma has never won a battle against his father, and in turn, his father wants him to become better. So once when he asks Soma what exactly does he want to do after he graduates high school, Soma tells him, hey, I want to take over your restaurant. His father in turn sends him to this academy where the elite of elites go to cook. They have less than a 10% graduation rate. And the very first thing he does when he gets there, he proclaims that he's going to be the #1 student at the school. All right, so that causes a huge uproar and all kinds of other stuff, and yada, yada, yada. Next up is... God, I'm going to butcher her name. Nakiri Erina. There we go. Nakiri Erina. So, she is the main, I would say main female character, even though they introduce and play everybody well-rounded. She is the granddaughter of the headmaster at the school. She is known as the Golden Tongue. Her tongue is pretty much coveted by chefs around the world. Pretty much, if you want to say that your dish tastes great, you take it to her. She taste tests it. She doesn't like it. That dish doesn't make it anywhere. Her whole thing about Soma, she doesn't really like him due to his personality. He comes off real brash. She's very confident, and she doesn't like people that feel that they're more confident than she is. They have their spats back and forth, but it's all well-rounded comedy. I enjoy it. Just want to see more of her in the coming episodes, because right now there's 16 episodes in. I'm falling behind on my manga reading. I think I'm only up to like volume 3, which I need to get caught up quick. All right, so then you have Todokoro Megumi. Love this little girl. She is the bashful main character of the story. She comes from a small village where, she is like the best cook there. But, it's a small, quiet village. She's not used to confrontation and things like that. But she learned a whole different beast once when she went to the academy. I should know the name of it, but I don't. I'm sorry. But, oh, here we go. Totsuki Culinary Academy. There we go. So she goes there and instantly she starts failing. Left, right, and sideways. She's at the point of expulsion. When Soma arrives, he helps her to regain her confidence, and she starts moving forward as a character. I believe her character in the anime is pretty developed to this point. But that's yet to be seen. I do expect to see a lot more of her come more into this second part of the season. So only time will tell. Outside of that, you have all of the people from the Polar Star Dormitory, which they're all pretty much side characters. I won't go into them in great detail. But you have Fumio, who is the She's like the dorm monitor. She pretty much tends to the dorm, the students, make sure that they have their food and everything else there. You have Satoshi, who is the... Oh, I'm sorry. You got to remember with this school, normally in schools and academies and animes, you have the student council. Well, at Totsuki, you have the what they call the Elite 10, which is pretty much the top 10 students when it comes to cooking. So, Nakiri is number 10, I believe. Satoshi is number 7. Satoshi is probably the more sidetrack comedy for the show. He's always walking around butt naked, doing gardening, cooking. You know, he's only cooking in an apron, or he's wearing a loincloth when he's walking around, things of that nature. Yoshino, which is her whole thing is tending to flock cattle, things of that nature. She loves the smaller animals. She has a small barn there on the property where she raises livestock to cook with. You have Ryoko, who is she's the friend of Yoshino there, and Megumi. Basically, she's into developing rice juice, which pretty much they drink it and get blasted. So it's probably sake more or less. Then there's a couple of other male characters who you really don't see much of. I think that they'll probably develop them a little bit more in this part of the season. I just hope that they go ahead and do it. Which are Shun, Zenji, and... Hold on. Wait a second. I probably have that wrong. Yeah. So, Shun, Zenji, Daigo, and Shoji. I hope that they go ahead and give them more character development in this second part. Since they all made it this far, they should be able to go ahead and give them more. And then there's a whole host of other characters as well that support the story. You have, let's see. So, like, you have people who are self-declaring themselves as Soma's rivals, which are the Aldini brothers. You have Takumi, and you also have Aldini. I'm sorry. Isami, there we go. Isami. So you have the two twin brothers there that are pretty much, one wants to take Soma out, the other one just wants to help his brother make it through school so that they can go ahead and go back and take over the restaurant in Italy. You have Ikumi, who Soma calls her Nikumi. She was Nakiri Erina's right hand until she lost a food battle, a food war against Soma. So now she's in the club that she lost to, and she, what's the word I'm looking for here? She pretty much has a crush on Soma, but Soma doesn't see it, which is typical in these type of anime. But yeah, so in the developing of these characters, we now know that Soma has went from being in his diner to going to this school, and in going to this school, he pretty much showcased why he's boastful about himself. They go to this summer camp, where the summer camp is used to cull the herd, so to speak, and get rid of students that they feel just won't make it in general. And he comes through that as well, at a little bit of a cost, but he learns some humility by going to that camp, which makes him a better person overall. After that, you have the whole thing of them coming back home, him meeting back up with his father. They have another food battle. He loses again, but then he learns a little bit more about himself because his father go ahead and tell him, yeah, you know what, you've done a good job, you become better, but you're still not good enough. You still haven't beat me. So now Soma's drive is still toward being his father, beating his father. Good grief. Sometimes my English doesn't come off correctly. But, so, you know, it comes off with him wanting to beat his father and then becoming number one at the school. And he knows that there are people that are better than him at cooking than he wants to admit. So they're getting ready to bring a lot more rivals. I have a feeling that if they try to get the whole manga in this one jump, they might do it. If this becomes well, they just did episode 16. My guess is going to be that this is going to end up being like 24 to 26 episodes where they try to cover the whole story in it. I feel that if they're going to try to cover the whole story, they might as well go ahead and jump into 36 episodes just to give fans a lot more content. But I don't know if they're going to be that invested in it. So I do feel that there will be some story cuts and things like that to try to shorten it up. But so far so good. I'm enjoying the show. It does have a lot of I wouldn't say plot twists, but there are some key plots that go on in there and things of that nature. And I love the fact how well they explain the different types of food that they make, how they're prepared, what they use to prepare them, and things like that. So if you enjoyed, go ahead and like at the bottom there. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave comments below. We could talk more about the anime. I haven't really gotten deep into the manga, but if there's something you'd like to point out in the manga to me, hey, go ahead, point it out. I'll look for it when I start reading it some more. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Do take care, enjoy your day, and I do hope to see you again. All right, everybody. Bye now.